The US right now is hugely tax advantaged. And because of the extreme demand for compute, it's a pretty obvious kind of ROIC model, return on invested capital. So if you make this sort of an investment, you have significant demand for that compute infrastructure. You're very good at running the compute infrastructure. That capital can deliver massive profit returns for you with very high confidence in some forecasted period. Building the most advanced frontier lab driven model also takes tens of billions of dollars of capital. And the question really is, can you deliver the profits from the model? And in a world where open source is becoming so good and open weights models are catching up so quickly, and all the frontier labs are catching up to each other so quickly, does it really make as much sense to deploy tens of billions of dollars against building a model? And I think that the scientists that we're seeing transition out are the scientists that have been at the core of model development, of making these frontier models. And they were certainly first out the gate. You can look at some of the early interviews with Jeff Dean from a couple of years ago, where they actually had a ChatGPT equivalent internally a year before ChatGPT came out from OpenAI. Google chose not to release it for fear of cannibalizing search and so on. That's when Sergey stepped in and there was this whole kind of revitalization. But as time has gone on, and as everyone has competed on models, as we've talked about many times on the show, I think it's pretty obvious that it is very hard to get the same sort of return on capital invested in model development as it is in capital invested on compute infrastructure and being model agnostic. What Google has is probably one of the great